going to get started here by checking in with the breath. Noticing the rise and the fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. Notice the quality of your breath. And if you haven't already begun to do so, begin to deepen your breath, breathing in deep and slow into the nose. Feel your chest rise. And then exhale very slowly here. Imagine that you're breathing out of a straw. Continuing with this deep and slow breathing. Notice when the mind begins to race, or when the mind thinks of something else. And then gently guide the awareness right back to the breath and to your body. During this practice this morning, we're going to practice this gentle awareness of the body as we move and breathe in the stretches and the poses. So whatever body part we are stretching, I encourage you to practice that awareness of that certain muscle or that certain body part, just noticing how it feels. If it feels good, staying in that pose, breathing for several rounds of breath. But if you notice any sharp pains, pinching, just easing out of that pose a little bit, honoring where your body is this day. So we're going to start with the very top of the head this morning, just guiding your awareness to the crown of the head. Then imagine your awareness is like trickling water, trickling down the face, relaxing the facial muscles. And then bring the awareness right to the neck here. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, and then bring that right ear down towards the right shoulder. Keeping that right shoulder melted down away from the ears, feeling that stretch on the left side of your neck. You want to go a little deeper. Maybe you bring your arms down by your side, holding on to the seat of the chair. Keeping your awareness on the left side of your neck. Continue to deepen your breath. Notice when your mind is drifting. Bring it right back to your body. Then from here, take your right hand towards the right cheek, simply guiding the head back to a neutral position. Bring the right hand back down to the chair. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale here. And on your exhale, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Noticing that stretch on the right side of your neck. Keeping the awareness on that right side. Sending your breath there. Imagine on your inhales, you're sending that oxygen to any tension you feel on the right side of the neck. And exhale, try to relax a little bit more. Take your left hand onto the left cheek, guiding the head back to center, bringing your left hand back down towards the chair. And this time, you're going to take your hands, you're going to reach behind, grab the sides of the chair here, scoot a little bit closer to the edge of your chair. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Your arms are straight, feeling that stretch here in the upper back. And maybe you send your gaze up towards the ceiling if that feels good on the neck. Imagine you're sending your breath into the shoulder blades. And then slowly come back to center, bringing your hands onto your lap here. And we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So begin to lift those shoulders up towards the ears, rolling them back. Just be as dramatic as you want to be, making those shoulder rolls nice and big. And then pause and reverse the direction. Now find stillness here, hands back into the lap. On your inhale, reach your hands up high towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders away from your ears and exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus. 2 more. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus. And 1 more. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, cactus. Now we're going to come into a spinal twist. So inhale, reach your hands high. Now take your left hand towards that right knee and twist to your right from the rib cage, not from the neck. And maybe that right hand grabs the back of the chair. You're still twisting from the rib cage here. Don't worry about turning your head towards that right shoulder. Now inhale, sit a little taller. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper from the rib cage, and maybe this time you send your gaze towards that right shoulder. Gentle stretch on the spine. Send your breath there. Just notice these sensations of the spine. And each exhale, see if you can twist just a little deeper from the ribcage. Now on your next inhale, slowly come back to center, reach your hands high. And then exhale, bring your right hand to that left knee, twist to the left, reach that left hand behind you, spinal twist. Again, twist from the rib cage first. Now inhale, sit a little taller. Exhale, twist again. And this time, maybe you send your gaze towards that left shoulder. Notice the sensations of the spine on this side. And each exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. Now on your next inhale, come back to center. Reach your hands high. And then big circles here. Taking the circles backwards or forwards, whichever direction. And then pause here and reverse the direction. Bringing the hands into the lap, we're going to come into some seated cat and cow to stretch the spine and shoulders a little bit more. So on your next inhale, puff your chest forward. And send your gaze up to the ceiling for a cow. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to hang out here for a few rounds of breath. I want you to imagine you're trying to shine your heart forward, feeling that lovely rounding in the spine. Just notice where you feel the sensations in the spine. Send your breath there. On your next exhale, we're going to come into cat. So rounding your back like an angry cat. Your hands can tip onto the knees and bring your chin to your chest. And notice the shoulder blades here. Spread them nice and wide. We're going to hang out here for a few rounds of breath. Seeing how wide can you spread these shoulder blades here. And notice the center of your back and imagine you're trying to push the center of your back backwards towards the back of the chair a little bit more. Breathe into the spine. We're going to move between cat and cow for several rounds of breath. So on your inhale, coming back to cow. Puff the chest forward, gaze high, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale to cat, rounding your spine. Inhale to cow. Breathe in deep and slow. Exhale to cat, slowly releasing. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Do this one more time. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Coming back to center, we're going to reach for the strap. And if you do not have a strap, no worries. You can do this pose without a strap. The strap is just to help you get a little deeper into that stretch. But again, it's not necessary. So if you do have a strap, you'll grab that strap. And you're going to hold on to that strap and make sure it's about shoulder distance apart, the hands onto the strap. If you have a metal piece, I like to wrap that metal loop around a finger so as I'm hinging, that metal doesn't ding on the floor. But if you don't mind that, you don't have to hold on to that metal piece. If you don't have a strap, you're just going to hinge side to side, dropping that bottom arm down towards the bottom of the chair. And I'll show you as we get into the pose with a half moon A pose. So on your inhale, if you have a strap, reach the hands high. Everyone reach those hands high, no matter if you have a strap or not. And then from here, you're going to begin to hinge to the right. You're going to feel that side stretch here. If you have no strap, drop your right hand down. Maybe you grab a hold of the seat of the chair. And if you have no strap, then maybe you take that left arm, reach it up and over a little bit more. But no matter what, strap or no strap, notice your glutes here. Keep both glutes pressing into the chair. You're not putting more weight into that right glute. Feeling that side stretch here on the left side of the body, the left shoulder as well. Breathe here. Now on your next inhale, slowly come back to center. We're going to do the same thing other side. Exhale, hinge to your left. Keeping that right glute evenly grounded onto the chair. Notice your arms here. Instead of bending into the elbows, try to see if you can straighten the arms a little bit more. Where do you feel the stretch? Send your breath there. And then we're going to flow between side to side. So on your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale to the left. Inhale to center. And then if you have a strat, release it. And then keep it near you. Bring those hands back into your lap. Roll the shoulders back. Just relieve some of that tension here. Roll it forward. We're going to begin to move towards the hips and the legs in just a moment. We're going to do one more final shoulder and spinal mobility pose before we go to the lower half of our body. So bring your arms out to a T here, and we're going to create chicken wings with the arms. So take your hands onto your shoulders. Sit up tall. And then from here, on your next exhale, begin to twist to the right. Keep your knees pointed forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, right. Inhale to center. Exhale, left. Inhale to center. Release the arms down by your side. I'm going to kick my block to the curb for a moment. I'm going to sit at the edge of my chair, making sure that your feet are grounded firmly into the chair and that your toes are either pointed out a little or pointed forward. Just try not to have them pointed inwards. We're going to do a few seated sun salutations here. So sitting up nice and tall, and a sun salutation is just a way for you to really warm up your core and to connect your breath and your movement. So sit up tall and inhale, reach your hands high, shoulders relaxed, palms touch. Exhale, begin to fold forward into a seated forward fold. Allow your head to be heavy. The gaze is towards the legs of the chair here. Feeling a stretch here in that lower back. Breathe in here. And then from here, grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Call this a ragdoll position. Really swaying side to side, showing some love to that lower back. Finding stillness, release the hands down here. And on your inhale, bring your hands to your shins for a halfway lift, creating a flat back, gazing down to the floor. Exhale, fold into your forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise, sweep your hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rise, sweep your arms. Exhale, cactus. One more time. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach high. Exhale your arms by your side here. And we're going to reconnect with your breath. If you lost that connection, bring your hands into your lap. Sit up tall here in this seated mountain pose. So relax your shoulders away from your ears. Reach the crown of the head high. And with your eyes closed, go back to noticing the breath. It's the most important part of yoga is noticing your breath and allowing your mind to stay connected to the breath. Oftentimes, our mind drifts, races. We're thinking about 5, 10, 15 minutes from now, tomorrow, or next month. And many times we lose that connection with the present moment. And there's so much beauty in the present moment if we just notice it. So notice the rise and fall of your chest. Maybe you notice your heart beating. And then slowly drifting the eyes open here, keeping that left foot planted onto the floor. I'm gonna bring my block back here so I can not feel like I'm having to sit at the edge. And then from here, we're gonna stretch this right leg. So you're gonna pull that right knee in a little closer towards your chest. Your right foot is flexed. Now maybe you take your hands underneath of that right leg for a little support. And you want to keep that right foot flexed, and that is just to protect your knee. So pull that knee in a little bit closer. Now on your next inhale, straighten the leg as much as you can. Stretching this hamstring here. And exhale, bend back into the knee. Inhale, find length. And exhale, bend. And we're going to continue like that. So inhaling, straightening the leg. And exhale, bend. Now, if you have really tight hamstrings, you may not be able to straighten the leg all the way, and that's okay. The more we stretch the hamstrings, the more mobility you'll get in the knee, the more flexibility you'll get. Just continuing back and forth like this. Just finding your edge. If you straighten the leg and you start to feel a lot of pulling, maybe you just straighten the leg a little too much. Maybe you do keep a little micro bend in the knee. And then from here, when your knee's bent, slowly lower that foot back down. I'm going to move my block over to the right foot, and we're going to do the same thing with the left leg. So on your inhale, draw that left knee in towards your chest, wrapping the arms around the leg here. Keep that left foot flexed. I'm really tugging that knee in a little bit closer, as much as you can. Showing some love to the hip. Deepen your breath. And we're going to do that lengthening and bending. So on your inhale, straighten the left leg. Go as far as you can. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. And continuing like that. Now, as you lengthen the leg, one thing I forgot to say on the other side is you actually don't want to lock out the knee. So yeah, we want to work towards straightening that leg. You don't want to lock out the knee because that will also hurt the knee. So still keeping a little micro bend in that knee and not locking it out. Hypermobility is no bueno either. We don't want to lock out joints because then it'll hurt them in the long run. So continue like this for a few more rounds. Inhaling to lengthen, exhale to bend. Next time you bend, bring that foot back down. Sitting back up, hands in the lap. Engage your core, relax the shoulders. We're going to show a little bit more love to the hips. That'll still incorporate some shoulder and spinal movements as well. So we're going to take our feet wide. My feet are wider than hip distance apart here. And then we're going to take our hands onto our thighs. Turn your fingers inwards towards your inner thighs. Now from here, we're going to hinge forward a little bit. And then dip that right shoulder down. Send your gaze over towards that left elbow. Stretching the hips, the spine, the shoulders. Now on your next inhale, come back to center. Same thing, other side. Dip that left shoulder down. Send your gaze over towards that right elbow. Breathing here. And go side to side. So inhale, raise. Exhale, right shoulder dips down. Inhale to rise. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale to rise. Exhale, left shoulder. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale to rise. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, rise. Come back to sit here. Nice and tall. Bringing your hands behind your head. Maybe you interlock the fingers. We're going to come into some seated crunches here, working the abdominal muscles, so our core. Core is really important to help with balance and your posture. And so from here, remember that string at the top of your head. See if you can reach that top of the head up high towards the ceiling. Now on your next exhale, lift that left knee. Bring the right elbow towards the left knee. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, opposite. Inhale to rise. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, crunch. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, crunch. Inhale to rise. Exhale, crunch. Inhale to rise. Release your arms down by your side. Coming into those oblique muscles. So arms are by your side. Relax the shoulders down here. We're just going to hinge. I want you to notice the glutes. They're going to stay glued to the chair the entire time. So notice that right hand. Begin to hinge to the right, dipping the right hand down towards the floor. Feeling that side stretch on the left side of the body. But we're going to go side to side a little quicker here. So on your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Right glute stays melted down. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hinge right. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right. Now we're going to go side to side a few more times here, going at your own pace. Making sure you're just keeping those glutes glued to the chair here. Keeping those shoulders relaxed down away from the ears instead of shrugging them up. That'll just bring unnecessary tension in the neck and the shoulder blades later on in the day. Okay, so one more time on the right side and then the left side. And then coming back to center, bringing those hands into the lap. Then from here, if you have a strap, grab it. If you don't have a strap, no worries. We can do this pose without it. We're going to take that strap, if you have it, around the arch of that right foot. And then you're going to take your right hand onto the strap, walk it up as close as you can towards the foot, and just trying to pull that knee in closer towards the right armpit, or the outside of the right shoulder rather, for a seated half happy baby. Now, if you don't have that strap, you're going to have to use your right arm. Maybe you wrap it around that right leg, pulling this knee in a little bit closer. We're stretching that inner thigh, the hip. So I'm going to use the strap here. Keep your right foot flexed no matter what, strap or no strap. Again, to protect the knee. Now, if it's a lot on the knee and you're not liking it, remember, yoga is not about breathing through pain. Yoga is about breathing through discomfort. And so if something's uncomfortable, but it's not painful, breathe through it. But something's painful, that's your body's way of saying, I don't like this and I don't want to do it. And so we're not going to allow ourselves to sit in pain for the sake of it. And so if this doesn't feel good, we don't do it. Maybe you just straighten your leg out and keep your right foot flexed. And so really, really listen to your body and what your body is telling you to do, and not what your ego is telling you to do. You know, my body is telling me right now, because I just had an ear surgery, that I should not be doing certain poses that put my head on the floor. There's just certain poses that I should not be doing because it brings unnecessary pressure to my head right now, which is not good for my ear recovery. But the ego says, well, you used to do it before, so why can't you do it now? Just do it anyways. I'm not going to listen to that because, well, ear surgeries are expensive, and don't want to mess that up and then have to get another surgery just because, I listen to the ego. And so really do what feels good, not what's painful, because it's not worth it in the long run. You're not serving anybody by sitting in pain. And that's the same situation like in life. If there's a certain person in your life causes you pain, a certain situation, why are you going to keep that in your life? Move away from it. It doesn't serve you. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. And so from here, slowly, if your knee was bent or straight, take that strap off the foot. If you had it, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the strap around the arch of that left foot. Straighten out the leg here. Now, again, remember, yoga is about what feels good, or sitting in some discomfort, because discomfort's not bad. You grow from it, but we move away from pain. So if bending into the knee feels good or just uncomfortable, sit with it. Keep the foot flexed. Breathe into that left hip and the inner thigh. If it doesn't feel good, straighten out the left leg with the strap. Or maybe you wrap the arms around the leg. Maybe you rock the foot side to side. Bringing some external and internal rotation to that hip. Whatever feels good. Maybe you bend the knee and then straighten the leg again. Just breathing here. A few more rounds of breath. That's really what it's all about. It's just breathing. Taking care of your body. Everybody's body's different. honoring what your body wants. Now from here, slowly release that strap from the foot. Bring that foot back down to the floor. Kick the strap to the curb if you had it, no longer need it in this class. And sit on back in that chair a little bit more. Straighten that right leg back out here. And we're gonna point and flex that right foot. So pointing, flexing, just continue like that. Feels really good. Maybe you spread the toes really wide. I actually can't spread my toes very wide. One of my feet has webbed feet. I can't spread them that wide. Well, I have 2 toes that are webbed together. TMI, I know. Continuing like this, and then ankle circles here. Imagine growing up in a time where the toe socks were really cool, but because I had 2 toes stuck together, I had to sew 2 toes on the toe socks together so I could wear them. Such a bummer. I don't think they sell toe socks anymore. Reverse the direction of your ankle circles. Find stillness, right foot to the floor. Same thing other side. Straighten out that left leg. And point and flex the left foot. And again, spread your toes wide, except for me. It's not that weird. And then ankle circles in one direction. And then reverse the direction. Do the same thing with the hands and the wrist. So bring the feet down to the floor. Spread those hands out right in front of you like you're going to high five me. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And then point your hands down towards the floor, feeling that stretch on the top of where the wrists are, and the tops of the forearms. Imagine you're trying to curl those fingers back to touch the arms. And then palms facing me once more, feeling that stretch here. And begin to wiggle the fingers. Not just wiggle, so wiggle the fingers and then wrist circles. And see how far can you spread the fingers wide. And then reverse the direction of those wrist circles. Now take your right hand into a fist. Thumb goes over the knuckles. And take your left hand and imagine a rock, paper, scissors. You're going to take that left hand over the right wrist, like paper over a rock. You're going to curl that right fist in towards that armpit. Stretching that hand. Continuing to breathe deep. Now release, give it a little wiggle. Same thing other side. Make a fist with that left hand. Paper over rock. Curl that fist in towards the left shoulder or armpit. Feeling that stretch on the top of your hand. I don't usually think about stretching the hands. You get cramps in your hands. You have carpal tunnel is an issue with many, especially those who work at desk, paint, draw, whatever. Really need to show some love to the hands. And then from here, release, give it a little wiggle, interlock your fingers, and then turn your palms to face me. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Now take your palms, turn them to face you. Then reach up and over. Arch your back. Push your heart forward. Maybe you look high and then full body stretch here. Release the hands. Maybe your head falls back. Oh, that feels good on the lower back. And then bring your hands into your lap. Close your eyes, sit up tall. Doing that full body scan, starting at the crown of your head. Allowing the awareness to just trickle down the body, noticing any tension you feel. Just relax a little bit more. Deepening your breath, breathe in deeply. Exhale, slow. We're going to do a cleansing breath. Inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your awareness to your feet. So we begin to tense the muscles in the body. Curl your toes under here. Really squeeze those feet together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then relax the feet. We're going to tense the legs. So bring your knees to touch. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze the thighs together. Press the knees in a little bit more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Right here, noticing your torso. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Roll the shoulders forward. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then relax. Same with the arms. Notice the shoulders all the way to the hands. Make fist squeeze the fingertips into the palms of your hands. Elbows in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then relax. Resting your hands into your lap. And then bring your awareness to your face. Same thing with the face. Squeezing the facial muscles. Purse the lips. Scrunch the nose. I know it seems really weird, but squeeze the facial muscles together. And then relax. Maybe you move your jaw side to side. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relax every part of the body. Your eyes closed, just noticing the breath. Breathing in deep. And exhale, let go. And allow your breath to just return to its natural state. Noticing when the awareness drifts away from the breath. And guiding the awareness right back to the present moment, the here and now. Allowing yourself to just sit in stillness. Just rest. Just breathe. Very slowly, just nodding your head side to side. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. And then bringing your hands to your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for joining me for this chair yoga practice today. And I want to encourage you to like and subscribe to Yoga with Alex Bogart. And I hope that I get to see you very, very, very soon in studio or virtually. Namaste. We're going to get started here by checking in with the breath. Noticing the rise and the fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. Notice the quality of your breath. And if you haven't already begun to do so, begin to deepen your breath, breathing in deep and slow into the nose. Feel your chest rise. And then exhale very slowly here. Imagine that you're breathing out of a straw. Continuing with this deep and slow breathing. Notice when the mind begins to race, or when the mind thinks of something else. And then gently guide the awareness right back to the breath and